All right, welcome to the morning stock call out. We are going to do a little bit of a recap from the other day. I was too busy to get a recap done yesterday. So just looking at the SPY real quick, and we're going to go through a couple of stocks pretty fast. So we talked about these particular levels being critical in the SPY, and then we talked about this level being the dip buy. Buyers definitely came in there, picked the stock right up right at the end of the day. Showed a lot of bullish momentum. We definitely want to pay attention to the volume and how that all played out as well. Lots of volume there. Now we're gapping up. So the area that we need to watch out for is this right here, that 440 level, and that would also be the gap fill. Now, in order for this thing to, we've seen this song and dance a few times where SPY comes down, and it puts in a very quick pivot. Let's just kind of look at this last pattern here. Now, last time it gapped down, but needless to say, we put in a quick pivot, a very nice push, and then a gap down, and then it just rockets higher. So we would be looking for similar sentiment. I don't know if the selling stopped. This is still a rollover to me. It still seems like we may be getting some downside pressure, but we're going to just wait. So could easily come down, fill the gap. So this would be like the gap fill right here. Okay, just keeping an eye on that level to get an idea. So what I will do is we can put in a line right here. We'll paint that blue. I'm not a buyer here. I want to see how it reacts around this level. And then I want to see how it reacts around this level. If we get a push right through, big old green candlestick, and it starts hanging out up here, well then we might have some upside. But do remember for sure that it took a while to get through this area. So it wouldn't surprise us to get at least, it may take a little bit to get through that area as well to retest the highs. But still a little short bias at this point until I see a pivot put in, a higher low, and then a higher high of some sort. I am still bearish until I'm not. So sell the rip market, not buy the dip market. Now, IWM, look at that. Came right back down into the area that we said filling the gap would be a buy. We go into the 4-hour time period. We see the perfect reversal candle. Same exact thing. I almost just, we definitely have the gap to be filled up a little higher, so I'd be looking for the same song and dance with this thing. Okay, so we have definitely a rejection that could possibly happen right here. I'd like to see what it does around this area, and then we also have fill in the gap beneath, so we will see how it reacts around this area. Get the idea of the sentiment. You're obviously not going to go long here, and you're not going to go short down here. Okay, you're going to pick if you're short bias, you can be short towards the top. If you're long bias, you're buying the dip down here. It's up to you on what you want to do, but that's how you play that. The VIX, we did go over the VIX. We did get some higher volatility in the VIX like we discussed. So last time we got any kind of spike up was the last pullback. So just have the understanding that fear is out there a little bit. And so we are definitely getting some volatility in the market, and definitely want to pay attention to the volatility. Same thing with the SPY we didn't cover. We want to see a higher low being put in before this thing actually officially makes a move higher. If it continues to sell off and hold down at the bottom, that's just a lot of weakness. It looks like it's going to continue to the downside, but we will watch to see what happens. Some of these other stocks, you have SQQ, or excuse me, SQ. We saw this yesterday towards the end of the video. You can always check it out. We thought it was a pretty good buy coming right off the bottom here. Okay, and so into a lot of support. We liked it, made a push higher, but the same scenario here. This is going to be hard to get through for the stock. This consolidation, this reversal pattern, the gap fill, it's going to be hard to get through. Then we also have these lines down here. So let's just pay attention to these particular areas in the chart. This would be a gap fill. So we'll make that blue so we have an idea of where it's at. But just understanding that this is going to be tough to get through. We want to see how it reacts around those levels. if we do have, because we do have lower highs or higher lows, if we do put in a pivot above this, as in we get above it, that may be the trend starting to the upside. Okay, so we want to pay attention to our pivots. They give us all the signs of reversals very, very nicely. GM, same song and dance with GM, fell right into a gap level. If we look, and we nailed it by the penny or close to, but there was a gap in the chart, so we went ahead and grabbed it or liked it down here, right? Same thing with GM. We are getting higher lows being put in GM, okay? But we have not put in, other than this right here, a higher high. So now what it needs to do, because if it comes up and gets rejected right around these gaps, then that's a lower high and the trend is still down, okay? So we need to actually put in a higher high, then a lower high, and then the trend is up. And this is the cool thing about this, is if we're looking at it on more of a macro time frame, we have some upside for GM, and that's attractive. So let's say right around here we're able to kind of get our entry to previous highs is 20%, to where the stock really broke down at is about 15%. So we definitely have a nice move in GM. This is a little tamer for those that are just getting started. And then we have something a little bit more on the wild side for you guys, and that is Zoom. Okay, Zoom's been kind of beaten down for a very long time, but if you notice, we are right into some levels. These are two lows, so we always want to pay attention to the two lows down here. So what I'm talking about is this double top is complete. And we understand that is complete. So we liked it down here. We did end up grabbing it down here, and then it gave us a gap down. That's kind of moving all around. And if we look where it's opening up today, which it could just roll over, and I'm a little bit more short biased than I am long biased. This was the close yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go back to the daily. Okay, so that is the close. And then if we look at where pre-market's at, we're just going to move that same line. And let's say pre-market's up here. Now it gives us a pretty bullish pattern, but it does look like it's trying to fail pre-market. So just to have that understanding that this is a low, and if we can continue to push up, then we could be looking at a really nice return. Once, don't forget, we want to pay attention, and I will throw on the EMAs real quick. We want to make sure that we're on an uptrend, okay? And an easy way to decide that is by getting above this green EMA, which is a 180-day moving average, and then the 50 moving average, the blue EMA. So once we put in, this may be the low, we need to get a higher high, a lower low, a higher low, and then we could possibly see this thing uptrend. And what is neat about Zoom, if we're watching it, is it's got a lot of potential. Even to the prior highs, you're looking at 30%, 20%, okay? And then obviously anything further, 40%, 60%. So there's a lot of room. Zoom is a big mover, so if you're going to take it, just measure your stops, measure your percentages, and then that would be the scenario on Zoom. Now we're still interested, if I'm not mistaken, on IRNT. Let's get rid of. So IRNT's back above this gap fill line. It rallied quite nicely yesterday, gave us a nice little J-hook style, now building a flag sideways. So we liked it around here. This thing could get a move to the upside. So still like an IRNT. And then we took OPAD yesterday for the win up into this blue moving average or close to, and it's still holding this gap. So this thing still has a move to the upside as well. RKLB also still fighting. Our buy order was down here at 1350, never reached it. No harm, no foul, no buy at that point. AMC was a loser. Stopped us out, grabbed at the gap fill. Wished I would have paid a little bit more attention on why this wasn't going to work out. And the simple fact is, there's the gap fill right here. Okay. Could have been great, but we failed a bull flag. Now don't ask me why I overlooked this. That is a failure, which means there's more momentum to the downside. It would make so much more sense to find buyers off this triple bottom, and then to move up to retest it. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, but that's the mistake in AMC. But we could be seeing some upside potential now on AMC, which would be neat. Everybody wants to see this thing continue to move, and it would be great if it did. And that's pretty much a wrap for now. If you guys have any questions, if you find this information useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you're updated, and then share with your friends. And if you have questions, or if you want me to break down a stock or pay attention to a stock, then just leave it in the comment box below. See you tomorrow.